Okay, how y'all doing? How's the people doing? How y'all doing? Okay, today we're going to talk about something that, as y'all know, I have been fascinated with the human brain since I was 9 years old. I've read my uncle's college psychology books, and I've also worked in the medical school at LSU doing brain research. So the brain is just, I love learning about the brain and how it functions and how we interact, or, just things like that. And that brought me to, I was looking at a David Pakman video, and he fascinated me because he did a whole thing about Donald Trump and dementia. He asked, did Donald Trump have dementia? Because of the way he behaves, like other people will go one way, he'll go the other way. He'll say the same words over and over again. He'll forget words. Just little things that he does. And also consider the fact that his father, Fred, developed Alzheimer's in his 80s. He had Alzheimer's 60 years. And we know Alzheimer's is genetic. Okay? And I think Trump had one or two brothers. One of them, he couldn't make it due to alcoholism and he died. But anyway, I want to talk about Alzheimer's and President Donald Trump. I'm gonna talk about the early signs. And I also want to tell y'all that not only Pakman, but even more importantly, several hundred psychiatrists and psychologists got together. Some marched, some just wrote I don't know what you call it, a treatise or what have you, on why Donald Trump is mentally unfit or mentally unstable for the job of president. So, but they couldn't. They what they wanted to do was get him out in the Constitution. There's a Article 4 Amendment 25 where you can get a president out for incapacity or mental instability. So they were trying to base it on that, and then the old law made it hard on them because they have to individually diagnose Trump. They did that because people can have public figures and make up stuff, but those psychiatrists and psychologists are trying to make it where Congress can, if the person is mentally declining, be impeached. And in my opinion, and from my work with psychology, dementia people and people with brain impairments, he needs to be somewhere golfing or whatever he does. He does not need to he does not need to run a nation. He'll say anything that comes to his mind, anything that'll come in, come out. Oh, anyway. So I'm gonna try to upload attach a David Pakman video, because David Pakman's he's on this because his dad is a psychiatrist. That's why his inventory is so expansive about Donald Trump and dementia. Okay, so I'm going to talk about those 10 signs of dementia, and I'm going to try to see if I can think of some specific incidences and add that in there. Okay, so number 1, memory loss that affects the daily life. We know he has problems learning new information. He has problems with his short-term memory. Like the reporters will be telling him something, or his staff or someone will be telling him something, and then they'll talk about something else, and then they'll ask him again, or what he said, and he won't really remember, what they just told him, or whatever protocol that a person of another country explained to him about. He wouldn't do that. And their short-term memory, things they've done memory-wise, in the short term, it doesn't work. But if he talked about his childhood or being their warden, and he talks about that a lot. Let me tell you, he talks about warden, being smart, and things like that. And if you notice that, he can talk about that. But if you ask him, well, what did Putin say about such and such and such and such? He talked to Putin like 30 minutes ago, he won't know. He'll just make up something. And that's also what they do. They make up stuff because they can't remember, so they just make it up. Okay. Challenges in planning or solving problems. We know he does that. He can't even, when they have meetings and stuff, like for instance, a good one is when they had that executive meeting. He's supposed to sign an executive order, and he sat down. Then he got up. Then he left. He left the executive order unsigned. Then Vice President Pence, had to come and get him and lead him back. I'm sorry, y'all. And lead him back to the executive order. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So, difficulty completing familiar tasks at work or home or what have you. Well, we know he still likes to play golf. And, a lot of things, I think that he has problems with Melania Barron. And I think he uses Ivanka, his daughter, as his enabler. The person that helps him. If you notice that they're extremely close, she always is there for him if he does something, in case he might do something inappropriate. So, and we also have confusion with time or space, and that happens a lot. He had Netanyahu of Israel. They shook hands and they were supposed to talk, and Trump just kept, he walked the other way. He just kept walking the other way, just going the other way. And Netanyahu, he was just left just aghast. He was just standing aghast. And another thing he does is, I'm trying to get solving problems. He has solving problems. Now I'm sounding like him. He uses just adjectives, just small, and he does this a lot. he uses small adjectives. He can't problem solve, and he'll lie or whatever and say he did this, he did that, and he'll go back to something that happened like 30 years ago, to solve the problem that's supposed to be addressed at that time. So and he can't concentrate. You also notice that he can't concentrate. You have to tell him things in bites, kind of like people do in the news. Bites. You can't tell him long, complicated stories because it's going in one ear, not the other. Okay. And confusion with time or space. Oh Lord. Every time he goes overseas, he does this. Oh, the worst one, y'all, was he was supposed to get into the car. It's not the worst one, but I'm gonna use this one. He was supposed to get into the presidential car. He got off the plane, and the car was going like this way, and no, the car was going the other way. The car was going this way, okay? And Trump, he went the other way. He didn't even get in the car. He was supposed to get in the car. He just kept walking. He just kept walking. He kept walking. They had to go get him again. Somebody had to go get him because he kept walking. And let's see. And a lot of the times when he was meeting with Merkel, she had to show him or tell him things, and it's very, very, very embarrassing, to me as an American, that they let this go on. It's a joke. I heard this morning that he's a joke to our allies. Our allies consider him a joke, and they're laughing at him. And laughing at us for allowing, somebody that's clearly mentally imbalanced run a country. Okay. So confusion, we talked about that. Also, he confused dates, times, and all that. And that's usually when he's talking to the news, and they'll have to remind him that this is such and such, Mr. President, this is such and such. Okay, trouble understanding visual and spatial relationships. We talked about that. He gets lost a lot. So they have to try to, keep somebody there with him so he won't get lost. Because he have trouble, retracing his steps, he'll forget. Oh goodness, we know this. New problems with words and speaking, and we talked about that. That's one of his major problems. He either describes things, or we call such and such, whatchamacallit, and I did this, that, and whatchamacallit this. Or he'll say something like, he'll use small, or he'll use adjectives. Fabulous, magnificent, you were great, I was great, that was sensational. Or, that was good. yeah, that speech was good. Or, you did a good job. I did a good job. I did a good job at that. I did a good job. Or things like that. You know, adjectives, small words. Yeah, isn't she pretty? Isn't she, like he's saying, Ivanka? Yeah, Ivanka is smart. She's pretty. She's pretty. Yeah, she's pretty. Okay. And we okay, I don't even need to describe this. The decrease of poor judgment. I don't even have to describe it. Just look at him when he's on TV. You'll see his judgment is impaired. So I don't even have to. I don't even have to give you any kind of examples of that. Withdraw from work or social activities. Only thing I know is I don't know about that one because he still plays golf. So I'm gonna leave a little question mark by that one. Okay. Changes in mood and personality. Okay, here. This is where he gets cranky, angry. He gets frustrated, either trying to articulate words or trying to interact with people. He gets frustrated really really quickly. And he's very suspicious of other countries, other people. So he's totally right now out of his comfort zone, going from country to country, saying place to place, saying inappropriate things. So a lot of times, like I said, he'll take Ivanka because he only feels secure in his comfort zone. But being the president, you're out of your comfort zone at least 60, 65% of the time. And he's meeting new people. And he's talking badly about them like a child. He's like a child with some type of brain disorder or some, So if you notice these signs, they need help. Oh, also, let me see if I can find that other paper. They were also talking about he should be the. I'm gonna tell you. I've been saying since George W. Bush that they should be giving presidents psychological testing, and it's on the internet too. And that was long ago that I've said they should give them tests because he wasn't bad as He wasn't bad as Trump, but he has some problems. Another thing about Trump is basic literacy. He cannot read. The first thing I notice when people tell me, they'll say if they can't read it, like they gave him something with a whole bunch of contract that he had with some of his renters, and he was like, I can't read this. I don't have my glasses. I can't read this. I don't have my glasses. So anyway, the lawyer that was asking the question, she said, well, President, we'll just go to the copy machine and we'll enlarge the print for you so you can read it. And then he said, no, nope, still too much work. Still too much work. I still can't read it. It's just too much. It's just too much. And